wherever else. We're preparing to go live on YouTube as I speak, but we haven't begun to record yet. Okay. Okay, we are live on YouTube. I am taking the share button. I am sharing it to the Facebook Khari Free at Last page.
Woohoo!
Let me find it.
Why are you moving around, Khari?
I'm not.
Okay.
Hey, we're live on Khari Free at Last. So you can tag yourselves on from there or share it to your page. Okay, we are start Khari. We're going to start to record. I'm going to give you a countdown.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Khari Free at Last. This is the Zoom version on cut. I forgot what I'm on. What am I on? I'll just say welcome to Khari Free at Last on Bounce. John?
Yes, wait a minute. Okay, we're still going. So 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Khari Free at Last, the Zoom version on Bounce TV. I'm Khari and Haro. Joining me is Earth Ojallo, Donella Martin, and Reverend John Coates. The war on black males seems to be picking up steam everywhere we look. Police are still killing, at least racists disguised as police, are still killing black males. Black males are still killing black males. Black males can't read. And where are the black males? All right, let's kick it off. Earth Jallow, police are still, at least those racists disguised as police, are still killing black males. What say you?
Then they're still doing their jobs. That's their job. The racists disguised as police, that's their job. Is to create chaos, disturbance, death. That's what they do. So that's nothing new to us. We know that that's going on. We know it's been going on, and we know that we people haven't done anything to truly address this. We have to stop marching and really, really, really get down and get busy to what we are supposed to be doing with us.
Now, Martin, you feel the same?
Absolutely. It's absolutely heartbreaking to see what we have gotten used to as far as the lives of Black men are concerned. We've long gotten the message that Black men are not valuable, are not necessary, and are easily discarded. And now in 2020, the idea that a Black man could actually have the same opportunity to the same quality of life as another man of any other color, we're still not dealing with that. We're still accepting that it's okay for our men to die at proportionately higher numbers and live shorter lives, and for our families to be traumatized by our Black men who are just killed off, at a higher substantial rate. And we're still used to it. That's what's mind-boggling to me.
Is that true, Reverend Coates?
Well, the attack on black men began before we stepped foot on the shores of Jamestown, Virginia. And the attack on black men goes beyond racists that disguise themselves as any officer of the law, because black men are targeted in every area and every category. Our health is targeted. The black man has been targeted as it relates to his relationship with the black woman. The black man is a victim, but we have to override our victimhood in order to save ourselves.
So black men are being made to disappear. Would that be an accurate statement, or would that be wildly inaccurate?
To become extinct, it seems like it. It seems like to become extinct is what they're heading for. It's like factors working against them that they have. What do they have working for them at this point? You have the police, you have the higher rates of incarceration. You have the black men killing other black men and women by the dozens every day. Every day there's a murder in every city. It's ridiculous. So with all of these factors, it's looking that they're heading towards extinction. Is what we're wiping them out of the relationships with black women. And every commercial I see, it's always a black woman and a white male. So I don't know.
So you're saying black males are purposely being made to disappear. Is that what you're saying?
To become extinct is what it seems like, Khari. Especially strong black males.
Masculine black males.
Masculine, yes.
Is that so? The only acceptable black males then are transgenders and gay black males, etc. Would that be correct, Donnella?
Well, it seems to be in the media, and we know that this country historically has had a fear of very sexually virile and aggressive black males. Even in order for black men to make it in the entertainment industry, historically, they have had to straighten their hair. They've had to smile more. They've had to
wear dresses
and put on a dress.
Appear more effeminate. Right. Yeah. And so this continues. If you see now, largely the face of the LGBT movement, Q movement, trying to get all those acronyms in order, largely seems to be black males. So my question is, why is it that black males are so invisible when it comes to representing other facets of society? But when it comes to that,
is part of this invisibility the feminization of the black male? Is that part of the war, Reverend Coates?
Well, to disappear means to disappear. And we're disappearing from everywhere. We're disappearing because black men have been unfairly incarcerated. Black men are disappearing from the household because we've been kicked out of the household. Black men are disappearing from the workforce. Black men have disappeared from everywhere. And one method that is used is the feminization of the black man. And that can be done in several ways. We saw the whole movement of the metrosexual, but we need to look at how, is there any tie to chemicals or medicines tied to the feminization of men? Or food. Do they have any tie to making a man feminine?
You're talking about some they're getting more estrogen than they are testosterone, because the testosterone levels of black males have dropped dramatically in the last 40 to 50 years.
Well, there's something that is definitely going on when you look at polls of how many males identify as gay or live a gay lifestyle. The highest proportion is within the African American community. And this is a fact. And so we have to ask ourselves, why are there proportionately more Black gay males than other races? There's been a theory that Black men run to the gay lifestyle in order to avoid the violence and the pressure and the PTSD that comes with being a straight Black male in society. Who knows? It could be the higher rates of sexual molestation that young Black males face.
That they don't talk about.
Right, that is not talked about. So I think that the answers as to why there's such a higher.
Well, let me ask you this: how much of that you think goes on with young Black males? You think it's a much higher rate being talked about?
Higher rate, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And the thing about it is that women are more likely at some point to admit and say, yes, you know what? Somebody messed with me when I was younger.
Right.
I was sexually assaulted or molested, or someone hurt me
or
when
violated in some way. Absolutely.
Right. But men more than likely will not reveal it. They don't reveal it in questionnaires, but I can see it from my own perspective. I know Black males personally who will admit, yes, I have been sexually molested as a youth, and a great
by other males or females?
By other Black males.
Yeah, but these men,
males and females. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Males too.
Wait a minute.
Right.
How come we don't talk about the female molestation of Black males?
Okay.
Oh, we should. I do.
But Khari, now we're talking about men who are gay or live a gay lifestyle. And that's what I'm talking about. And what I'm saying
or who's disappearing.
For every male that I have spoken to that has been molested as a youth, they have dabbled and struggled with their sexuality. And some of them live a gay lifestyle. Some of them live a bisexual lifestyle. And they honestly say, I don't know if I was born gay, but I know that when that
Reverend
happens
Coates,
to me,
Reverend
it changed
Coates,
me.
How come we don't hear about the female molestation of Black males?
I
Why
think
is
that's
that
just-
covered?
well, I think
Because
that's
that
just-
can also lead, when babies and young children are touched, that can also create that kind of confusion.
I believe it's just a category. It is a category of the areas that
It
Black
is a
men,
what, Reverend?
A category. A
Get out of
category.
here.
No, listen to me.
You hear that?
Well, you're
You're
suggesting. Not. No, you're not. You're not suggesting.
We're talking about something. We're talking about a war on Black men.
Yes, it is. It is a war, and Black men have been molested in many ways by many different people. So you just mentioned that of women molesting men.
I just asked
one
you, why
area.
don't we
That's
talk
one
about
area
that?
because it's just one area. That
Wait a minute. Black
Danella's-
males molesting. Wait a minute. Black
Who?
males molesting Black males is one area,
I want to address
and we
that.
talk about that all the time.
But I want to address
Why don't
that.
we talk about Black
John,
females?
you talk about it.
John,
You talk
can you
about
get
it
your-
all the
can
time.
you get your- can you get-
well,
can you-
how come other people
Khari,
don't talk about this?
Can you
Yes.
get your thought together, John?
Y'all
I want to
scared.
answer
That's what
that
it is.
question.
Go
You know,
ahead.
you wanted to know why the female is not talked about, not why she's not addressed as
Her
much
role
as
in
the
the
male.
molestation.
I'm gonna tell you
or
why.
the allowance
Because
of
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Why?
the young men look at that as a badge of honor. They don't
Thank
look at it
you.
as if they've
Thank
been molested
you.
by the babysitter
Wow.
when she does that. They look at it as, oh yeah, my babysitter touched me. And when they tell a young man, it's more like, oh wow, you got the older babysitter. It's
Right.
not looked at as molestation, as an assault. It's looked
Whether
at
it's
as,
looked at
oh,
it by them is irrelevant.
But they
The
don't.
fact
But what
is,
I'm telling.
how come we don't know about it?
We
but
know
we
that,
do
and we
know
know
it.
that the females are doing that, and we hold the
Y'all
females
excuse
accountable. We know
women,
what the
but
No,
you don't
female
excuse
teachers.
Let me tell you something,
The
Khari.
female
I
teachers.
piggyback
Come on now,
off of what
Khari, stop
Earth
it.
said. You had
know
that
it's true.
rapper. What about that rapper Lil Boozy or whatever his name is, who
Lil
took his
Uzi.
underage
Lil Juju?
son? No, I don't know what
Whoever.
Lil Boozy. It's Lil Boozy.
Lil one
That's
of 'em.
his name.
I thought it was Lil Juju.
He
Go
took-
ahead.
Little
He
boo boo.
took his 13-year-old son to a prostitute and he bragged about it. Okay, so it's these Black men out here that are condoning these actions, and they are saying, "Hey, yes, we've got little Black boys who are humping on strippers, Diddy's little son had that at his sweet
And
16.
that's
And
another
so we
that's
glamorized
another
it.
that's
Another
another
layer.
that's another layer, another category, but it has nothing to do with the babysitter calling the little boy over and saying, "Let me play with your private parts."
But that's
Let me
part
show
of
you
it.
what
And
That's
this
part
is.
of it.
that don't get talked about.
Because
That
if
don't
he
get talked-
chances
we
are,
just told
if
you
he
why.
reveals it, he is going to be looked at as a champion
Let me
because
tell you
black
something.
males
women,
and their sexuality is sick.
Okay,
Black men
Khari, you
need
need
to
to
be
hold
stop.
on, Donella. Black women cover that up.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
Y'all talk
not
about-
all of us. You
wait,
keep doing
wait
this
a minute.
every week.
Wait a minute, hold on. In general, and you do what you do every week. In general,
Hirsch.
y'all talk about everything else as it relates to derogatory things about black males, but you will cover up the kind of chicanery, the kind of ugliness,
My God.
the kind of stuff,
Yes, sir.
the kind of stuff that you are involved in.
Not
And
not
you will
Donella and
not-
I.
And you will not come forward and admit
Not
it.
Donella
You
and I.
even-
I
you
drag
even-
them all down the
even-
street.
Even when I talked about it now, you
By
wanted
their
to
edges.
flip it and blame the black male
No.
for it.
Well,
The
they're
women know
accustomed
they
to
wrong.
blaming the
They
black
touch
man
children.
for
Blaming the black
everything.
male.
They
Females that
blame
touch
the
black
black
children
man
know.
for everything.
Did they do that, John?
The
Yes,
females
they blame
know
the black
they're
man
wrong.
for
You
everything.
just did
The
it.
And it
females
makes
know.
me
I did not
question,
just do
and
that.
it makes me
We just
question
held it-
if the
we
black
just held
woman
them
is in
accountable.
alliance
They
with the
should be
white
locked
man
up.
and the attack on the
They
black
should be
man of
locked up.
America.
Wait a minute. All right, everybody
The
stay right
females
there.
should be locked
More to
up
come.
just
Stay
like
right
the
there.
males.
We'll be more to come in just a second.
That's why I drank.
All right.
Wow, John, you really reached on that one. That was good.
Wait a minute, here we go. Okay, welcome back to Khari Free at Last. This is the Zoom version on Bounce TV. I'm Khari and Harold. Joining me is Donella Martin and Earth Ojala in the bottom taking the swig, and also joining me is the Reverend John Coates. What is the role of the black
I know, John,
female
just shake your
in the war on black males? Do they have a war? Are they innocent bystanders? Or are they purposeful perpetrators? Reverend John Coates, what's your feeling about this?
My feeling is that the black woman is a victim just as the black man is, and she has been manipulated by white supremacists in participating in the
Unknowingly.
attack
Did we
unknowingly
switch subjects?
Unknowingly?
on the attack of black men. That's my
Unknowingly?
perspective.
Donella, did we switch subjects?
You know that's not your perspective. You know you don't believe that.
Oh, I believe
now,
that.
why you run around trying to wag your tail? You know daggum well this is knowingly. You got
No,
all
we're
those
ready. We
Facebook
talked about
comments,
the
all those
tail
attacks
wagging
on
black men
males.
in the previous segment.
Join me.
No.
Earth Jallow, get in here.
You
What
know
role
what?
do black females play? Knowingly or unknowingly? Any role whatsoever?
A lot of them are knowingly. When you turn over the black male that you didn't had the baby with, that you know didn't have a job when you was sexing him up like that, and then you go and get, oops, I'm pregnant, because that's what you do. Oops, I'm pregnant, and then you want to go put somebody on child support. Now, when you turn the man over to the white man, come on now.
Through the court system.
You
through the
willingly,
court
you
system.
knowingly in the court system, and you know that he's going to get, if he wasn't a deadbeat in the first place, you know he's going to get every credential he's ever earned taken away. Driver's license, so he can't get to work. Why would you do this? Why not just, why
So
can't
black
we be
females
mature?
knowingly participate in the war on black males.
We absolutely we knowingly get pregnant by men that we know that we're not in a relationship with, out of wedlock. We knowingly do things. We knowingly put holes in condoms. We knowingly sleep with somebody that we already know got 17 children already. We know we've
holes in
got to
condoms.
do better. We have to do better too. We got to hold everybody accountable. Everybody. Stop
Donella,
sleeping with these
with that. I
deadbeats
saw
and
you
producing
making
children
faces
that you know
when
damn
Earth was
well
speaking.
these black men and they're not going to take care of. Get
Donella,
married.
I saw you
break
making
the cycle.
faces like you thought Earth was crazy. What do you think about what you
The
said?
holes in the prophylactics. Really, sis?
Girl, they still doing it. They still doing it, Donella. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. You got to protect your
You mean the
sperm.
male didn't bring his own condom?
Sometimes they don't, Khari. And sometimes they don't. The female, but I got one for you. Be done poked a hole all in it.
We can't even
All in it.
condoms. Oh,
Hey,
this is
it is what it is. It's crazy in
here.
these streets.
I don't think that Black women are wittingly pitting themselves against Black males. I think Black women are highly confused. And
About what?
Well, confused.
And by who?
A lot of it has to do with our upbringing. Our upbringing is trauma-based. So we already, and we suffer from PTSD as a people. We
All
know
day.
this. And so if we don't have and we don't know how to think, we feel and then we act. We don't even know that thinking and feeling are two separate things. We don't realize, oh, you think, you feel first, then you think, then you act. So we're so childlike in that we have very little self-control and self-discipline. And yes, I'm saying it as a people, we do have very little self-control. And
So Black females are just children, and they're just innocent of all charges once again.
Not
you hear
innocent.
that, Reverend Coach?
Not innocent.
Reverend Coach, do you hear that?
I hear her. But what I did hear her say, what I did hear her say is that Black men and Black women both suffer from PTSD. However, I believe that Earth gave
PTSD?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
And what does that mean? That's some term they created back during the Vietnam War. What does that mean?
That means
well, sit back in
that means that when I'm driving down the road and the police get behind me, I get anxiety. I got PTSD because I'm afraid that if I have an interaction with the police officer, I may not make it home. And that's real.
That's PTSD.
Okay, but that is not talking about the role Black women play
you
in
asked
the war on Black men.
I specifically answered the question you asked.
No, you didn't. Danella said what you said was worth a bunch of poop. That's what you said.
Think about this for a minute. If you look at the average, and I'm not going to say the average, but if you look at a lot of Black women's mentalities, where they knowingly have children by men who they know are going to ultimately disappoint them. And then they're angry at men after that, all men are dogs, da-da-da-da-da. And you knew, like Earth said, that what's his name? Look, Traquan already had 5 baby mamas and 6 children down the block. You knew that, yet when you got pregnant, you thought your situation was going to be different. You mean to tell me that's not something wrong in your head?
And that's self-destruction.
Whether or not he was taking care of them or not.
And that's self-destruction.
5 baby mamas.
That's self-destruction because the impact that it has had on Black marriage is that 52% of Black men have never been married before compared to 37%, even though those Black men may be fathers to multiple children and then paying child support on top of child support on top of child support.
No commitment.
So if he gets married, he will practically have no income because his income is going to child support.
Because he was careless with his seed.
Let's sum it up. So I'm still nobody's.
Wait a minute. You talk about he's careless with his seed, and you just talked about women putting holes in prophylactics.
Oh, it's both of y'all because he should have been protecting himself, and she should have been protecting her womb. Cut it out. Cut it out. We are supposed to be adults, so we have to approach this thing like we are adults, and it's everybody's fault. Women, you are ultimately responsible for protection of your womb, and men, you are ultimately responsible for where you drop and leave your seed.
So what role do Black females play in the war on Black males?
We covered that. Then you switched it around and said it was all us, and then you tried to take the innocent role. I'm not playing that game with you.
Answer that question.
I said from the beginning, I said from the start of this thing that she was consciously a problem to the Black man. I said that, and I stand on what I said, and I say it again. We are a problem when it comes down to dealing with the Black man, just like he is a problem for us. We are a problem to each other until we sit down and do the internal work that's necessary to get rid of the childhood traumas that we all have. Until then, we are freaking each other up.
Reverend Coach, you agree with that? Is the Black female a problem for the Black male?
Well, you started off our conversation about the disappearance or Black men
disappearing.
Together, John. And let me say this. black men are disappearing or not present, and we can see that even in the selection.
The hell does that have to do with the question I asked?
You see, with you
you
have to bring it together for you within 3 seconds. Well, give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds, Black Knight. Can the Black Knight give me 5? Can I just have 5? Just 5 seconds.
No, brother.
Anyway, and I said we can see the disappearance or the absence of the black men, even in the administration of so-called President-elect Joe Biden, and black women played a role in that. You see black women, but you don't see black men, and black women are not, that's around these folks, are
not
raising the issue. That's
men.
right. They're not advocating for us, saying we are the black men.
So you're saying that black females are aiding and abetting the war on black males consciously. That's what it sounds like you're saying to me.
Well, no, it doesn't really make a difference, because the action is the action, be it if it's taking place consciously or subconsciously. Aiding and abetting. Yes, aiding and abetting is aiding and abetting, be it if you're doing it consciously or subconsciously.
Donella, are black women aiding and abetting the war on black males? Yes or no?
No, absolutely not. No. Okay, black males need to become black males. We are the only race of people where black men have allowed, not
you hear that, Earth Ojala?
You hear that,
Is she in denial?
Black men have been emasculated, and they trumpet their masculinity. Instead of saying, hey, let's get it back, they want to start picking fights with black women. That's not how you get your balls, black men. You're not going to get your masculinity by attacking black women. You got to take it. You got to take control of your household.
See what I was talking about?
And black men, that's
now. Can I debunk that argument real quick?
It's not going to make you more of a man.
And black men are not attacking black women.
It's not going to make you more of a man. That's not how manhood works.
I just want to jump in, and I want to say, who's raising these black men? Especially when you had black women, baby. So that debunks that argument. I'm sorry, Donella. Yes, when you talking about their being emasculated, they absolutely are by their mothers. When you have a mother who doesn't make you do anything, doesn't make you stand up, she is the one who's supposed to be raising these men. We are the head of the house as far as the stats go. Then we have to start with us. Who are we raising? When we out here, black women say, ain't no good black men out here. Who raised them? We raised them. So if we have to start acting and doing, and if we want good black men, we have to raise good black men. Are they opening doors? Are we teaching them financial responsibility? Are we teaching them ethics and work ethics? Are we teaching them to be honest men? Are we providing and nurturing the way we are supposed to for our little young black boys?
Well,
there's
first of all, hold on
black
here for a
women
minute.
raising black men. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let's stop this stereotype. We are pushing the notion that the average black male ain't no good. That is not true.
Who raised him?
I mean, that's what I'm hearing. Oh, we told them to be bad. We knew by us not raising them right, they all messed up. And no, quit that lie.
And I also
we are raising our children from trauma, from the trauma that we still suffer.
There are some that are messed up, yes.
Yeah.
Is the average black man messed up? No. Hell,
I didn't say that.
Okay, but the thing about it is,
who said that? Who said that?
That's the implication. Am I right, Reverend?
Who said that?
Wait a minute. The whole premise
that there are no
of
good
this
black
show
men.
is that black men are in crisis.
I didn't say
we
that.
are saying that black men are in crisis. That's the whole premise of this show. We can't run away from that, Khari.
We said
we can't run away from that. Okay, there's a war. Guess
and
what?
As a result
you got
of the
Trayvon
war,
in jail. You got
lots
Laquan buried in the cemetery. You got that one over there who's wearing a skirt and might not have been born gay had he not been messed with or whatever. We've got black men in crisis.
The numbers of people who are not in jail is far greater than those who are. So what's
the show about, Khari? So what's the show about? Black men are doing great.
And as a
Black
result,
men are winning.
and as a
it is a
result
war
of
on
the
black
war,
males. It just means
as
that
a
all
result-
of them are not
Right.
being defeated.
So the
That's
thing
what
about
that
it
means.
is this: if there is a war against black males, which we know there is, then black males are in crisis. You can't escape that.
Black
And if-
males are in black
If
males.
we
The
don't-
problem with black males is that they're not in war mode. That's the problem. If
Which-
we can,
Okay.
if you can
Okay.
make them aware
Black-
that
black-
a
black
Muslim
men
is
So
men
if we're
are
gonna
in
sit here
crisis.
and
Go
say
ahead,
everything
Reverend
is all
Coates.
right
Black-
and black men are all right and they don't need to do anything
I
but
didn't
keep
say
being
that.
who they
Well,
are.
no,
Okay,
and that's
so
not what
let's
he
be
said.
clear.
That's not what he
Push the
said.
narrative.
There is
Nor
a
do you
war.
push the narrative
There
that
is a
all
war.
black males are horrible. Stop that.
You're not saying
There is a
nobody-
No
there is
one
a-
said that.
That's what Donella pushes all the time. Go ahead, Reverend Coates.
I am so offended. The nerve.
Go ahead, Reverend Coates.
There is a war, and as a result of the war, there's a lot of casualties and there's a lot of bleeding black men.
Ooh,
And
yes.
if the black man is in crisis, you best believe that the black woman is in crisis. The
She
black
don't think
child
so.
is in
Damn
crisis.
right.
The black
She don't
community
think so.
is in
We are.
crisis.
You damn right.
And we
You
know
ever heard
part
of
of the
women's
psyop.
empowerment?
Part of the psyop that's
ain't
been
got nothing to
played
do with
on the
black
black
males.
community is the reason why the black man is not on has gotten onto a war footing, so that we can properly begin to defend ourselves and take a better position or be in a better position than what we are today. But yeah, there's
Because
a
y'all
war,
gonna need to
and we're
come
the
and
ones,
save-
and
y'all
we're
gonna
the
need
ones
to
that's
come and help
dying.
us.
We're the
Well,
ones
we have
that's
to
going
sound-
to jail.
we have to
We're the
sound
ones
We
that are
dying
being
too.
feminized,
Dying
etc.
too.
Yes. We have to sound the clarion. What's that? The clarion call.
Yeah.
So that we recognize
Yep.
that there's a war going on. Finally, where are black men tonight? Somebody tell me where they are. I look around. I don't see them nowhere. I don't see them doing much of anything. I know all of them are not doing wrong. That's for sure.
Well,
but where
you know
are
what,
they?
Khari?
What are they
We
doing?
got a lot of we got millions of black men missing, because what we don't want to do in our community is look at the things that we have to fix and the things that are going on and being lodged against us. And one of the things is organ
That's true.
harvesting.
We don't.
And nobody wants to talk about that. We got a lot
Wait a minute.
of
What'd
us
you
that's
say,
just
Eric?
missing. Organ
Organ
harvesting.
harvesting.
That's
You have
just
data
another
to back
layer.
that up?
We got another layer. Oh, honey,
Do you-
child, please. That's just another layer.
Do you have
okay?
data to back it up?
We
Herb?
can laugh all we want to, but we
Reverend
know that
was
organ
the one start
harvesting of the
laughing.
black organs have been going on the black market for years now, and we
Black
can
market?
laugh. We have so many issues that black males and
Reverend.
females are
You
fighting.
know the
We
thing that
we have our
amazes-
children
the thing-
being killed in schools,
the thing-
wrapped up in mats, and their organs are missing.
Okay.
Okay,
There may
black
be an
males,
issue.
come on.
There may
We had
be,
that
there
going
may
on
be
on
an
a large
issue.
scale,
There may be
Herb
addition.
We have
There may be
evidence of that?
there may be a
Yeah,
problem
man.
of black people having an organ stolen from them. But what I find interesting is that if I raise the issue of an over a large amount, a disproportionate amount of black women having abortions and killing black babies, then that's not an issue that you want to deal with. But yet we have the numbers to substantiate that.
I would
I don't
deal with
know where
that,
you're going
but I
with
can't.
that,
I
Now,
don't have any
she talking
experience
about
with
organ
that.
harvesting.
I would
She
deal
talking
with
about
that.
organ harvesting.
I would deal with that. I don't mind dealing with that either, because that is an issue too. But I don't have any experience with that. But what I do know, John, is that we have layers on layers, onion layers of things that we have to deal with in our community that we're not dealing with.
We're not dealing with
we
any
have-
of it. You're
Absolutely.
absolutely
We
correct
ain't dealing
that.
with shit.
Yeah, we're not dealing with anything. And that's a problem.
Nothing.
Too bad we have to edit that part out.
And here we are,
Do
Khari.
it.
You know, we disappearing. Males disappearing, females disappearing. We don't have no task force to find out what's going on with these shootings every day when we getting young men shot in the back. We don't know the whole story, but this ain't the first story. And I'm sure it won't be the last.
Because what's
we
happening
got
is that
shit to
when
do.
a black person is shot, there's no rapid response team from the black community that goes
Exactly.
out and
None.
finds out what happened. We don't
Yeah.
know. What
No,
we
we
depend
don't.
on the police to tell their side, and then the family protecting
Oh,
the
Lord.
family member. You know, we have no means,
Same old
we have
script.
no
Same old
means
script.
of discovering
Same
anything
script.
that occurs
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
If
Is
it's
it
an
because
environmental crime, we don't know because we won't investigate it. If it's redlining,
If it's a
we won't
food
know
crime,
because
we don't know. We
we
can't
don't investigate.
investigate.
We only know
If it's a
what
health
white people
crime.
tell us. Whatever information white people tell us, then we can maybe surmise something from
that
that.
is so
Maybe
true.
disseminate from
Donnella,
there.
do black men really matter to black females? Do they really matter? Because judging by all the political stuff we've just seen, I would have to question in my mind, do we really matter to black females right now? Now, maybe we may have mattered 50 years ago, but in 2020, 2021, do we really matter to black females? Donnella.
This may hurt black men's feelings, but maybe not, because a lot of black men have felt undervalued, particularly personally, in relationships with black women. But when a woman does not need her man, when she doesn't depend on a man, and that's the natural balance, to have a woman depend on a man. It doesn't mean that he is above her. It doesn't mean that he has to necessarily be the higher earner all of the time. But a woman, her devotion, her love, and her respect comes from her having to depend on him. And because welfare and all of those programs made the black male obsolete, the black male does feel invisible, does feel undervalued and appreciated when it compared to women of other races and how they value their men, because they need their men. So yes, I understand black men having hurt feelings and feeling undervalued. You've been replaced by Jesus, okay? And you've been replaced by the government, by welfare. So yeah, who wants to be a black man right now and feeling obsolete and undervalued? I wouldn't want to.
That's powerful.
So that's what. But wait a minute. But is that your answer?
Yeah.
So black women don't value black men?
That's what she said.
That's what I said.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
When they go to church, they're thanking Jesus that the light bill is paid. Okay. And when they need help,
I know that.
And when they need help, they're going to the office, the welfare office, the food stamp office. And once again, that's a natural consequence. You cannot take the male out of the household and take away the dependence on him and then him be valued. You can't do that.
Well, that's one thing that the church. That's one thing that the church can do, is that we can redirect the programming of that.
No, you can't.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Tell me where else? Where else do black women come in mass other than the church? We still have a portion. But no, I said we can. You see, you're not listening. You're not listening because you're rejecting the church. I'm saying that they are in the church.
She said,
and what I'm saying to you, and I'll say it again because you obviously didn't hear my answer, is that that's something that the black church can address by reprogramming it.
Because, wait a minute.
No, because the black church can tell the black woman about the value of the black man.
You can't do it with a white Jesus on that.
No, because the white Jesus ain't present. But the white Jesus isn't present anymore. And I know you hadn't been to church since 1963.
Yeah, but it's still ever present in the mind.
Jesus is
still ever present in the mind.
Or there's no image of Jesus. It's a black Jesus, or there's no image of Jesus. I know you haven't been. I know you haven't been to church since 1960.
Don't matter.
53.
Wait a minute, Donnella. Why do you say the black church is at fault for separating her from the black, as to why the black man gets no appreciation? Why do you say it's in the church?
Because the black preacher is the celebrity, is the only alpha male that's allowed to exist in our communities. That's why black men don't become doctors and lawyers. If they want prestige, they become a pastor or a preacher, because those were the only alpha males allowed in our communities. So what happens is that you've got the white Jesus under the umbrella of white Jesus. The only one else allowed to have a penis is the pastor. Other than that, women are supposed to pray to this Jesus guy who's a male and usually looks quite attractive in the pictures. I don't care if you make him black, white, Asian, Chinese, don't make him real. But He always looks like a young, attractive male. You can't begin to tell me that in the minds of these women and gay men who are praying to this figure that he does not become sexualized in their mind in some way. That's psychology.
I would simply,
That's why there are no straight black men in the church.
If we were
because
out,
they're not going to be going to church and having somebody talk about, oh, you better get on your knees and worship this dude, this 30-year-old dude with muscles, no shirt on.
If we were outside of a pandemic, all I would have to do is invite you to a church so you can meet the plethora, the number of black men who are masculine, who are professional, who are men in a church. And now you're being accusatory of what may not be factual.
Really?
Oh, I believe that element exists, but that's not the majority. Because that's not the majority of the men that are in the church, and all you have to do, you got to do is show up and see for yourself. Show up and see for yourself. Show up and see. My data comes from what I have experienced week after week, day after day in the black church. I know who the black men are in the church. Where's your data at? You need to come to the black church and find out for yourself. Come on back.
I grew up in the black church.
Come on, black home.
Earth Jalo,
come on, black home.
Help me out. Wait a minute. Oh, that was a mistake.
Earth isn't a Christian this week. Earth isn't a Christian this week.
On me. Don't put no labels on me. Y'all can keep your labels.
Help me out.
Out of the box.
Go ahead, help me out.
You wanted to ask me, do I think that
I wanted to
black
ask,
women
not ask. Go ahead.
Ask me if the black woman was
oh God, go ahead.
She part of the problem.
Hey, I said about the church. She said that the church.
You know that the church is.
She was answering your original question.
Yes, that was the original question. See, I can stay focused. I can stay focused. But as far as the church go, I hear black females say that God is their husband. That Jesus is their lover. God is, Jesus is their lover. And they're dating Jesus right now. They're Jesus right
I'm
now.
Married to
so
Jesus.
Therefore,
I'm
married to Jesus. Jesus,
yeah.
Exactly. So
and
therefore, the black man is not needed. Black man is not needed in that scenario.
You need to get hacked. You need
Wait
to
a
get
minute. What song?
There will be a threesome.
Oh,
and I guess there's no room for a threesome when it comes. But you can't do that with a black woman and Jesus. Nothing comes between
that's
a black woman and her Jesus.
That's nasty.
All right.
Period.
All right.
Freaky.
Hey, she put it like
what
that.
You drinking? What you drinking? What's in that bottle? What's in that glass over there?
I don't know, but that's nasty.
That's some stuff. All right, closing thoughts on this war on black males. Earth Jalo, let me get your closing thoughts.
There's definitely a war on black males. They're disappearing. There's a series of the black male becoming extinct, and I want the black male to stand up and fight back and regain his position. Know that he is the leader. He's the head of the household. I can't be without a black man. I think y'all some fine, sexy, chocolate, yellow, brown, caramel. It don't even matter. Little muscly every here. I love me a black man. Okay, there's nothing like him on the face of the earth. And I need for you all to regain your position of power. Come back and rescue us. Hell, we waiting on y'all. Come get us so we can straighten up, because the black woman ain't right neither.
Because if you don't, the white female gonna get them.
Gonna get them. Gonna have all of y'all. And I need you. I don't need that.
Get them now.
Yeah,
right,
she is.
And the white female stepping in, getting them now.
And all other kind of females.
Yep.
Look, the war on black men.
We're losing them.
Seems to me, Becky doing the job on them.
Some Asian ones too. I done seen some Asian ones go hard with it. I'm like, wait I'm give him back.
Huh?
Donella, give him back. What you doing?
Okay.
So absolutely, I want y'all to stand up and do something.
All right, Reverend Coates.
The war on black men is real, And we need to stand up right now and form a movement to awaken the black man so that we can have a strategy behind our recovery and our defense. And
Need to do it now.
It cannot be a woman's movement. With black men standing behind the black woman. No, it needs to be a black male movement where we begin to advocate on our own behalf.
But John, what happened in 1995? We went up to Washington, D.C., following whoever, and we talked about, we're going to do, we're going to atone for what we have done. That was 25 years ago. What happened?
Wait. Before you answer that, John, did y'all name the things that you were supposed to atone for, or you just blanketed? Did you name them one by one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. What happened?
Well, for one, it became sand.
You were there. I was there. What happened?
It became sand in our hands. The sand just went through. Also, the other thing that happened was an active mass incarceration legislation that was backed by people like Joe Biden and others. And Billy Clinton, and that
you know something. You know something. The timing of that, you're right. It was right during the Million Man March when they came out with this mass incarceration. You're exactly right.
There were great things that happened after the Million Man March. Black adoption went up. Several things happened, but the strategy to defend black men on the level of war that was being implemented on us, the influx of drugs in our community, the influx of armament in our community. What happens when a boxcar or a truck rolls up in the community and has automatic weapons in it? Where do those guns come from? We don't.
That was about the time that crack was really tearing us up. Also,
Yeah. Oh, you also have.
Yeah. Yes,
you also have.
And we don't have any coca leaf plantations either.
And what about the influx of the non-violent offenders as far as jail goes? You know?
Exactly.
Well, that was part of the war.
Now you have the white men in ties making this money that the black men were making, and they're doing it legally.
And now look at the after effect. Look at the after effect. You have men that are coming out of incarceration being other than the same person they went in to incarceration with, okay? And we
sexually
have people,
messed up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And we have people
mentally
that were
too.
And we have people that were in prison giving longer sentences than what they should have been given. But now when they come out, there's no home to go to, no house to live in, no job to employ them. So look at
that was under your boy's crime bill.
Yes, but look at the pounding on top of each other, all of these complications that then we have to solve for ourselves. It's not easy.
Thoughts.
Given the knowledge that Eartho Jallow and John T. Capes II just stated, which I wholeheartedly agree with, I'm going to go on another angle and say, in this process of Black men awakening to the fact that there is a war against them and that they need to snap out of it, part of that does not mean turning on the Black woman. We have seen that there have been various causes why Black women had to become masculine.
Yeah.
We had to become masculine because of the forces that took our men away. So yeah, we're difficult. All right. We're not used to men taking care of us. We're not used to kowtowing to male energy. You can't blame the Black woman for becoming what she had to become.
Yes, you are. Not black male energy. You used to kowtow to white male energy because you kowtow to a white image of Jesus. So yes, you're used to.
And there's a 400-year relationship between the Black woman and the white man.
Right, here we go.
So you mean black
400 years?
Hey, hold on. Excuse me. Okay, thank you. Because y'all about to go off in another direction that I'm not trying to go into. Because that whole Black relationship between Black women and white men, I never know what y'all are talking about with that.
It's a master-slave relationship.
Okay, and that excludes Black men? It does not.
No, it's a different type of relationship.
So that's a different type of show. So getting back to this,
different type of relationship.
It's all tied in.
It's all tied in.
Black males, I know was my point. Black males need to realize that the answer is not to turn on Black women and blame Black women for becoming aggressive because we had.
But that's what y'all done to us.
I thought this was my closing point.
All right, now I'll give mine. black women have turned on black men. That's the point. How do you get y'all back? Because y'all, when y'all talk about black female
Treat
empowerment,
us right, man.
you ain't
Treat us
talking
right.
about, wait a minute, you ain't talking nothing about black males. As a matter of
love
fact,
y'all.
just like even in these appointments we're seeing, where are the black males? Black
Yeah,
males
now, I
have
agree with
become
you, politics.
on commercials. Where are the black?
Yep.
You got a white male sitting up
Yep.
there with a black woman.
I
Black
agree.
males completely erased. So it ain't just about that. Y'all
I'm
have
talking
decided.
about-
Wait a minute. Y'all walk around talking about you don't need no man. The
I don't
man
say
you're
that.
talking about
I need
is
a
a
man.
black man.
Everybody
You need
watching,
a white
I need a black man.
because that's who you depend
I
on
need a
for
black man.
everything. If
And
a white man,
black
if a white man tell a black woman
Treat us
something,
right,
she
Khari.
automatically. Let me finish. If a black man tell a black woman
He's
something,
asking permission.
he got to get lip.
Right.
He got to get lip. Or well, I don't know. White man
Not-
tell him something. Yes, sir.
Not
Just
for me,
instant,
Khari.
instant,
I'm a good black
instant.
woman. I'm a good black woman,
Don't take
Khari.
it personally. I'm talking about collectively. You know what
No.
I'm talking about is true because you are trained to believe in and worship that white male
And
from the
that's true.
time you were born to the time you die.
That's
and
true.
so he is like a god to you. And when he touches
is God
you,
to
and when
he is
comes
God to the
you in
majority
middle
of them.
night, you think you're in the presence of a god. And a black man,
Come
you just
on.
see him as a field hand. And they can't give you the same feeling. Y'all can quit that crap all you want. Yes, we want you on our
I'm
side.
in agreement.
Yes, we love you. Yes, we do. But
Yes,
we
we
don't
do.
feel that you love and support us. As a matter of fact, we feel right now you're completely
Well, we ain't
abandoning
feeling the
us.
love, so neither one of us is feeling the love. What we gonna do?
Well, we need to express those truths to each other and then
Well, come
start
on.
to build and heal and work it out from there. Stop
Well,
lying.
let's
to
do
each other.
that.
We
Yeah, 'cause
lie
it can't
to
be.
each
We
It
other.
can't be
lie.
built. It can't be built on a lie.
Cause
No.
y'all be lying like
Who
some
is y'all?
rugs.
Who? Oh, please.
All right.
You talking
know
about
what?
a lie.
You talk. Yeah. Was it a
Shut
lie
up,
to put a
Khari.
hole? Was it a
Shut
lie to
up,
put a
John.
hole in the proper?
Shut up, John. Okay.
That-
Okay.
That got me.
All right.
John.
Well, yeah, I want to thank Herb Shallow. I want to thank Donnella Martin. And I want to thank the Reverend John L. King. I'm sorry, Reverend John Coates. And thank you for being with us, Khari.
I should call you by your slave name.
I'm
Thank
all
you.
ears.
Ah! Tell his age too while you're at it, John.
No.
Oh, God.
Okay, the recording has stopped, but we're still live on YouTube and on
I am
and the link
screaming over here.
is still
Ay,
live.
ay,
ay.
Look,
Oh,
I want us to give our condolences to the family of Casey Christopher Goodson Jr., who was killed on Friday by Franklin County Sheriff's deputy, and there's a
Very unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
Well, like they said, the beat goes on.
And the beat goes
Man.
on.
And the
Beat goes
sun
on.
will rise in the morning.
Beat goes on.
It
But
will.
we do send our condolences out to the family.
Absolutely.
To
Any and everybody who's lost.
and
to
the
loved
what are we
ones.
up to in Columbus? 150, 151.
No, we're past 150 now.
Wow.
Oh, we're up there. Yeah, we're past 150.
And all of those were not police shootings.
No, they were
well,
not. No, they were not, John. Thank you.
The silent
Absolutely.
things that we don't talk about. But
It's crazy.
Donnella, you hit it. You and Irv hit it straight on the money. We won't address our own problems. I've never seen a racial population in history that
Waiting
will
on
not
somebody
address
else.
its own problems.
Waiting on somebody
Chinese,
else to solve their
Let something
problems.
happen to Chinese. They own it. Let something happen to Jewish people. They
I
own
mean,
it.
the
Let something happen
Latinos
to
showed you when
Italians. Even the
Latinos
Black
showed
people
you they
will
come out in
not
mass.
work to solve their problems.
They
Only
will come
time
out
they get
in
upset
mass.
is when white folks do something to us.
And I don't
But in
understand that.
terms of because we give them great importance. They are like gods. And
They've been
whenever
doing
they-
something to us since we encountered them. We should be
That's
used to that
because we
shit
lean
by
on
now.
them for everything. We don't produce anything. They and other people that they license gives us everything.
And guess who knows
And so
it?
therefore
They do.
we see them
And-
as
and-
godlike.
And guess who
We
knows
do.
that and manipulates it? They do.
Right.
Shit's
Say
crazy.
that again,
and wild.
John.
I said, guess who knows it and manipulates that fact? They do.
They do.
They being who?
White people.
Them white folks.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course they know it.
I gotta put Bird to bed, everyone.
Bird
right.
should have been in bed all. I'm just joking.
Thank you, Donnell. Appreciate
All right.
it.
No,
Thank you, Irv. Appreciate you.
thank
problem.
you, everyone. Khari,
All right. All right.
John,
They
Good
script.
night.